Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. Like always, let's begin our class with this dua. Rabbi zidni ilma. O Lord, increase me in my knowledge. Alright, today is our unit number 2, in which we are going to continue the topic that we have started in our unit 1, that is mountains. Mountains, the tropical surfaces of the earth that are on the crust of the earth. Now, in the previous class, we studied about the different types of mountain, the ones with the peak and the flat mountains, which are also known as table mountains or plateaus. Now, let's continue. Today, the first thing that we are going to study is block or fault mountains. Now, what are they? Fault block mountains are formed by the movement of large crustal blocks when forces in the earth cross-pull it apart. Here we need to understand that the earth is made up of 3 layers. The innermost layer, that is the core of the earth, is very hot, is made up of very hot gases, and there are different minerals which are melted. As you must have seen, the pressure cooker, when the pressure cooker gets a lot of pressure in that, it starts moving. In the same manner, when the gases get collected and it becomes very heated, sometimes they just try to come out of the earth's crust. That creates a movement in the crust. We generally know that thing as earthquake, and sometimes it breaks or bursts the surface of the earth. So these block of fault mountains are made up by that movement. Faults are simply cracks in the earth's crust. The surface of the earth can move along these faults and displace rock layers on either side. The land between the cracks may drop to form a steep sided depression called a rift valley. In the next slide, you are going to see the image of that, which will make you understand. Here you can see, in the first one, you can see the cracks which are getting developed on both sides, and the land in between is getting pressed down. And later on, these kind of lands are known as valleys. You must have heard about Neelam Valley, the Sawat Valley. They are all formed like that. They are between the mountains. Now we come to the other type of mountain, that is the volcanic mountains. Sometimes molten rocks, the interior of the earth comes to the surface through a crack or gigantic naturally occurring vent. As I told you that the innermost layer of earth is made up of very hot gases that creates the lava to come out of the surface. The molten rock pours out as lava together with steam and ash. Over the years, this lava builds up to make the cone-shaped mountain we all recognize as a volcano. Sometimes a crack forms at the bottom of the ocean and lava pours out. Over many years of the layer of lava reach the surface to form a new island. Sometimes that lava converts itself into an island. Here you can see the image of 2 volcanic eruptions. In one, you can see a lot of huge smoke, and the other one is throwing out red hot flames of lava. These are basically molten rocks. Now, with this we come to the Tor Zawar volcano, that is in Pakistan. Pakistan, alhamdulillah, is safe from these volcanic eruptions. A lot of this eruption takes place in the European countries, and especially the countries like Thailand and all. They just face these kind of problems. Okay, the only volcano that we have in Pakistan is called Tor Zawar. The only known volcanic activity in Pakistan was in January 2010. That was the only year when he faced that kind of problem. A small fissure eruption in the Ziyarat region of West Central Pakistan produced a small lava flow in an area with no previous volcanic activity. That was the first time it happened in Pakistan, as we know. Alright, now with this we come to the home assignment. That is the last slide of today. Now, questions that you have been given here, their answers are all there in your slides. You just have to read and go through the slides and find your answers. The first is, what are block mountains and how are they formed? Define volcanic mountains. What do you know about the Tor Zawar volcano activity? Make a list of all the major mountain ranges found in Pakistan. What types of mountains are they? Now, these are the questions that you have to answer. With this, we come to the end of our presentation. Allah Hafiz.